Hey everyone, it's Kim. Welcome to the 30-week pregnancy vlog. 30 weeks, you know what that means? We are 3/4 of the way done, 75%. We only have, as of today, we have 69 days left until baby Sparrow's estimated due date. So really, she could be here in as little as 60 days, or she could be 85 more days. I mean, who knows? Anytime really in that time frame, and that is just, it's so crazy. So like in a little over 2 months, or about 2 months, I could have a brand new baby in my arms. What? Where is this time going? I'm not understanding. But at 30 weeks, baby Sparrow is measuring in at approximately 3.5 pounds and is anywhere from 16 to 17 inches in length, which if you don't think that's super cool, leave now, because that is awesome. 3.5 pounds. I am carrying approximately 3.5 pounds of another person around in my womb right now. Wow, that's nuts. So last week, as I mentioned, I was supposed to have a midwife appointment on Monday, and it didn't happen because she was at a birth. So I was waiting for her to reschedule. So we tried rescheduling it for this past Friday, but that fell through. I wound up getting trapped at work because someone had to leave and I had to stay extra and cover their stuff too. And she actually wound up getting stuck with another client and then getting stuck in traffic. So we just canceled. And so we didn't have the appointment on Friday like we were supposed to. So I still have not had my 29-week pregnancy checkup with my midwife. And I am now 30 weeks, and my appointment has been rescheduled to Tuesday, September 2nd at noon. So I will be 31 weeks, which would have been when my next appointment after my 29-week appointment would have been anyway, because I have them every 2 weeks now. So basically, I just skipped my 29-week. My last appointment was at 27 weeks, and this appointment, I will be my 31-week appointment. So basically, we just skipped an appointment. So I think we're probably going to wind up going to weeklies 1 week earlier so I can just get that appointment in, since technically I've paid for it. But she's not too worried. I'm not too worried. You know, she's like, just text me if you have any problems. So my next appointment will be my 31-week appointment, which will be Tuesday, so not tomorrow, but the following Tuesday at noon. So pretty excited about that. My weight gain this week has actually been kind of weird. If you'll remember, last week I was 248 even, and I had gone up because it had been 2 weeks since I had weighed myself. So in 2 weeks I had gone up 1.5 pounds, and I was 248 even. Well, I've been weighing myself almost every day now for the past week, just to see what the general trend is. And for the past 4 days, I have been consistently at 247, and yesterday I was 247.5. But the other 3 days out of the past 4 days, I have been 247. Then yesterday I was 247.5. So that means that in the last week, I have lost 1 pound, 0.5 pound to 1 pound, somewhere in there. So I've lost a little bit of weight now. So I'll just say my weight this week is 247.5, and I'll just say that I've lost 0.5 pound since last week. So that means that I've lost 0.5 pound. Okay, well, that brings my total weight gain back down to 10.5 pounds gained for this pregnancy. So that was interesting. I was not expecting to see weight loss at this point. I was only expecting to see gaining. I was expecting when I was stepping on the scale to be seeing, you know, 248.5, 249s, but instead I was seeing kind of the opposite. So that was interesting. If any of you have ever experienced any third trimester weight loss, please let me know. Because no, I've never really encountered anyone who's experienced that. So if you have experienced that, please, please, please let me know, because I'm kind of wondering what's going on with my body. Maybe because the baby is growing, you know, my bump is growing, I'm gaining inches, and I can feel her getting heavier, but I am losing weight. As mama, I'm losing weight. So that's a little different for me, but interesting. Symptoms this week. The past 2 weeks, I've mentioned that my heartburn hasn't been so bad, and it's only been like once or twice a week, and very, very mild. And I'm pretty sure me mentioning that in my vlogs was some kind of jinx, because the past, I want to say 3 days, it started up again. It's horrible, you guys. I have heartburn right now, and I'm like sitting up. I haven't been laying down. I haven't eaten anything acidic. You know, I mean, I had a bowl of cereal with milk in it, and then I had some papaya enzyme chews because I was feeling the heartburn coming on, and it is still raging in my chest and throat. It is so intense, and that might be because she's gone through a growth spurt, so now she's big, like, well, not big, but bigger, and so now she's pushing on those certain organs again. You know, it could mean that my progesterone levels are up, which then inhibits my little flap thing from staying closed, and it opens and gives me more heartburn. I mean, who knows? But this week, but specifically the past 3 days, have been so intense when it comes to heartburn. It just comes out of nowhere, and it will not go away. No matter what I'm doing, it won't leave. So I'm experiencing that. I'm kind of hoping it's just a little phase my body is going through, and then I'll go back to the normal heartburn, which kind of shows up at night and then goes away after I kind of treat it with papaya enzyme chews and a glass of milk. I'm hoping that it goes back to that. But if it doesn't, it's just something I'm going to have to deal with. I've only got, you know, anywhere from 9 to 12 weeks left. So, you know, I just got to deal with it. My Braxton Hicks are still coming, not frequently, but around 10 to 12 a day at this point. They're much more frequent when I work. This past week, on Saturday actually, I had one Braxton Hicks contraction that had pain. And that honestly took me by surprise because none of them have been painful thus far. And it's only been the one that was actually painful. It felt like a real, honest to goodness labor contraction. I can tell the difference between Braxton Hicks and labor contractions. And I was at work when this happened, and yes, I was kind of, you know, running around. It was very busy at the time, and I had stopped for a moment to take a sip of water, and all of a sudden, just boom, it hit me out of nowhere, and I actually doubled over. It took me so much by surprise. I kind of bent in half and had to catch myself on the wall. I was like, oh my gosh, and I had to just stand there for a good minute until it faded off, and I said, wow. That felt like a real contraction, not a Braxton Hicks. That felt like the real deal. So I waited and I sat down just to see if I would get any more, and I didn't for the rest of the day or yesterday, and yesterday was even busier than Saturday. So I was afraid I would get more of them yesterday, but I didn't. I only had the one on Saturday. So that just means my body is gearing up, and it will be gearing up for the next 10 or so weeks. Until it is time to deliver this baby. And, you know, it gave me a little taste of, you know, hey, you remember this feeling? You remember labor? It's coming soon. So it was exciting and a little scary at the same time. Like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. This is something that's rapidly approaching. So only one with pain. So I don't think I should be concerned because it wasn't recurring. They weren't in way. It was literally just one contraction. So hopefully I don't have too many more of those anytime soon, just because they hurt, and I'd like to save them for the actual event. I am now waking up around 2 times a night, sometimes 3. Up until this point, I've only been waking up maybe once a night, you know, to use the restroom and things like that. Now it's more like 2, sometimes even 3 times a night. So as she gets bigger, you know, my bladder room gets smaller and my comfort level goes down. So sometimes I'll wake up with like a leg cramp, or I'll wake up with heartburn, but every time I wake up, I do have to use the restroom. So I'm finding I'm making several trips now to the restroom at night. Luckily, it's only a few short steps away from my bed, so it's not that inconvenient. But that is something that has definitely increased, I've noticed in the past week, is my waking at night. So we are really coming down to the wire now at, you know, 30 weeks. We're really cutting it close, and I'm getting more and more excited by the day to meet our little princess. And I still feel like we have so much that we have to purchase and so much that we have to just do. And so I've started just making little checklists. Like I have a breastfeeding checklist for all the different things I need to purchase to help ensure a smooth and easy breastfeeding relationship, like nipple shields, washable nipple pads, you know, the absorbent ones, you know, the Lanaso nipple cream and like nipple butters and things like that, my pump, storage bags, the Medela storage like containers, things like that. You know, I made like that kind of a list. And a list of all the different things I have to do with her clothing and like sorting and organizing, and kind of made myself an organizational system. So when I implement it, I'm not just like scrambling. I kind of have a plan and I can just follow it. You know, I've just been kind of making lists. So our plan right now, and we kind of budgeted it out. Budgeted, is that a word? We made a budget for the next 5 to 6 weeks. And we looked at all the big purchases we still have to make, as well as just some of the little fun knick-knack purchases we would like to make. And we've determined that by 36 weeks, we should have everything we need and everything we want for this baby purchased and here in our home. So by 36 weeks, the plan is to have everything. So the next 6 weeks are going to be focusing on buying the big ticket purchases, which of course, when we do purchase them, I will be sharing them with you. I don't know if we're just going to decide to do it all in one sweep and just buy everything all at once, or just kind of do it week by week, but we've decided by 36 weeks we will have everything purchased, and by 37, 38 weeks, everything will be completely set up, washed, cleaned, put away, wiped down, everything. And then, you know, by 37, 38 weeks, depending on how I'm feeling and kind of how things are going. And so then I can just kind of sit back and enjoy the last couple weeks of pregnancy and just be able to focus on waiting for her to make her arrival, rather than thinking about all the little things I still have to do or clean or put away, things like that. We want it done by 38 weeks. As far as me working, the plan right now is for me to work up until 39 weeks, if possible, although I may decide to stop at 38. Again, it just depends on how I physically feel. You know, my job is very physically taxing, so it just depends on how I physically feel, and if I am able to do the stress of the job and the physical strain all the way up to 39 weeks. I may have to stop at 38. So we'll see, we're just going to play that by ear, but that's kind of our plan for right now, is stop at 39, because my weeks end on Sundays, and my weeks for pregnancy turn over on Sundays. So I would turn 39 weeks on a Sunday, and that would be my last day. And so then my maternity leave would start that Monday, which I would be 39 weeks and 1 day, and then I could just use that last week to prepare for her arrival. And, you know, that's providing I don't go into labor sometime during 37 or 38 weeks. You know, again, this all just depends on my body and how this pregnancy goes more towards the end. Something big that we do need to do, but we probably won't do it for another 2 to 3 weeks, is reorganize our room, because we are planning to co-sleep. And by doing that, we are going to sidecar her crib. We're just going to take one side off the crib and just attach it to our bed and, you know, make the mattresses even. So she has her own space, but it's connected to ours. And there's not enough room on my side of the bed right now to put a crib and to have enough walking space. So the plan is, I think we're going to switch the bed to the other, like flip it to the other side of the room, if that makes sense. And, we'll just kind of make do that way, reorganize some furniture, give us a little bit more space in there, because the way we have it right now, it's convenient for us, but putting a crib in there and a changing table, we're going to have to do a little bit of reorganizing. So we're probably going to do that in the next, you know, week or two, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. I'm not really sure when we'll get around to it. I personally will not be actually doing any of the moving of the furniture. I will be standing there bossing around where I want the furniture to go. So do not fear, I will not physically be moving big pieces of furniture myself. Not part of my job description right now. So that is something that we need to do. So I think that's really it for the 30-week update. Not really much to report for this week. I will show you guys my bump, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay. My pants are like sliding down. Alrighty. This is the week 30 baby bump. In the front. And from the other side. The shirt is a bit small. It's a maternity shirt, but it's very old. It's from my son's pregnancy, actually. And it's definitely a bit small. So that's something I need to do, is go get a few new maternity outfits, because I find that I'm quickly running out of options. But yeah, that was the baby bump. So if you have any suggestions for vlogs that you guys want to see me do, please, please, please leave them below. I love taking suggestions, and I would love to make videos that you guys want to watch. So if there's something you want to see me do, please let me know, and I will do my best to do it. I am kind of a busy person, but I will make every effort to get it up. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, and if you liked this video, watch the whole thing, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for weekly updates. I do pregnancy updates, I'll do haul videos. I'll probably actually wind up doing a video all about Bear at some point, since I feel like I haven't done a vlog about him in a while. So I'll do an all about Bear like 2.5 years update, even though he's like 2 3/4 now. Whoops. I'll do his 2.5 year update. It's really late, I'm sorry. But just kind of where he's at developmentally, what he's up to, you know, things like that. Because if that's something you'd be interested in, I don't know if it is. Any product that you know that I use or you think I use and you want to see me do a review on it, anything like that, please just let me know. Because I like making videos, and it's something that I find is fun, and it's a good way to connect with some of you out there. So like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you don't already follow my Instagram, please do so, because I try to post there daily. So that's just little snapshots into my life. It gets updated, obviously, a lot more than the YouTube channel. So yeah, thank you all so much, as always, for your love and support, and I will catch you next time. Bye.